terror group members on a particular religious ideology. The three accused persons were paving the way for the Deputy Governor, Barrister Bayo Lawal, to oversee the affairs of the state during the governor's absence. The approval followed the consideration of a formal correspondence from Governor in the dream plenary in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, which requires a governor to notify the legislature whenever he intends to be away from office. The lawmakers unanimously granted the request while expressing confidence in the seamless continuity of governance in Oyo State under the Deputy Governor. Speaking after the approval, the Deputy Speaker wished the Governor a peaceful and refreshing leave. The Governor's leave takes effect from August 10th and ends on September 11th, and he will officially resume office on September 14th, 2026. The Abuja Division of the Court of Appeal has dismissed an application for former Federal Capital Territory Administration Director of Finance and Administration, Mr. Garba Duku, seeking bail pending the determination of his appeal against a 24-year prison sentence for corruption and money laundering. Duku was convicted by the Federal High Court in Abuja after the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, proved that he diverted more than 318 million naira in public funds belonging to the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council into his personal bank account between 2012 and 2013. Lack of credible evidence and gave him the option of paying fines totaling about 1.6 billion naira instead of serving the prison term. In a unanimous decision, the three-member panel of the Court of Appeal held that the convict failed to establish exceptional circumstances to justify his release from custody and consequently dismissed the bail application for lacking merit. The appellate court, however, granted an accelerated hearing of Duku's substantive appeal against his conviction and sentence. We shall now take a short commercial break. Please stay with us.
If you feel the body, you go pray for me. I'm a gonna move our body dangerously. You didn't make my heart go, body and soul. Eyes do they go, eyes do they go.
My skin is my identity, my strength. It's unique and deserves care made specially for me. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care for your shade of beautiful.
Welcome back. Nigeria's gross external reserves have risen from $48.88 billion in January to $52.73 billion, representing a 7.9% increase according to Central Bank of Nigeria Governor Olayemi Kadoso. Kadoso, who disclosed this while appearing before the Senate Committee on Banking, Insurance and Other Financial Institutions, attributed the growth to renewed confidence in the foreign exchange market and stronger policy coordination. He also revealed that the country's net external reserves surged by more than 900%, rising from $3.99 billion in 2023 to over $40 billion, while the banking sector recapitalization program mobilized 4.65 trillion naira in fresh capital by March. Chairman of the Senate Committee, Senator Adetokunbo Abiru, commended the central bank for improving foreign exchange transparency and stabilizing the naira, but stressed that bank recapitalization must translate into increased lending to productive sectors of the economy. Abiru urged the Apex Bank to ensure adequate funding for agriculture, manufacturing, infrastructure, technology, and small and medium-scale enterprise, as the committee later moved into a closed-door session with the CBN management. Paying for fuel and suspecting that the quantity received falls short of what was paid for can be frustrating. But when it's even more disturbing, according to motorists, is having to accept the situation as one of the many abnormalities that have become a commonplace amid rising fuel prices and economic challenges. Our reporter, Adiola Oladele, captures the experiences of motorists who allege they are being shortchanged at filling station. She reports.
Sẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ ń lọ́wọ́ mi nísìnyí 1,500 ni tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ọbí ìgbà bíi 700 ló máa ń kó tẹ́tẹ́lẹ̀ sẹ́lẹ̀ bó ṣe wá wà nísìnyí kò sí permanent lítà mọ́ pé lítà kan pé kò sí mọ́.
ìní ìwé ọ̀sẹ̀ pé yóò pè ní lítà gan tó ètè ń dry ìyẹn tó wà.
Due to increasing fuel prices, which take a considerable part of drivers' earnings, those buying fuel are complaining about shortchanging at petrol stations, thus paying closer attention to how much fuel they are getting.
Before, when you buy fuel, when the liter is normal, and you can go like 2 or 4 times go come, the liter used to take us. But this time around, they have now even lowered the liter.
mi lè dárúkọ lè po oyin lítẹ̀ tí tá bá rà kò kí pé wa bet tó bá rí pé kíní ẹ̀ tó ti ṣe díẹ̀ tó rí pé àwọn èèyàn stand bẹ̀ táwọn èèyàn wà mọ́ a tún mú price ẹ̀ àmọ́ wálẹ̀ díẹ̀ ayọ̀ bí 5 naira ń bẹ̀. rà mí gan wọ́n ń ta òrò fúnrasẹ̀ tí wọ́n ní tẹ́kù kankan ló fi jẹ́ pé àwọn ọlọ́kadà lè ṣe ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀nù àwọn ọmọ wa táǹsì dọ́bù bottle water láàpò máa mú lọ sínú ilé epo láti lọ fi ní epo tó dáa.
Some other motorists, in their reaction to BCOS News, noted that they have come to accept the recurring experience as part of the many challenges that accompany daily living in the country.
Èmi ò rí pé kó gbẹ o tó bá rí pé o rí pé wọ́n ta epo fún ọ tó dẹ̀ rí nọ́ọ̀sù pé epo ń jáde ń bẹ̀ tó rí epo jáde ń bẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ rí tó ń tà tó pé tí ó ṣe pé bóyá wọ́n ẹnìkan ló tẹ bọ́tì.
ṣùgbọ́n ìjọba ní òṣùwọ̀n tí wọ́n bá gbé òṣùwọ̀n lọ sí ìdí ilé epo òṣùwọ̀n yóò sọ iye tí wọ́n ti ń ta epo inú táǹkì wa.
Epo ti wọ́n jù ara ní aráàlú kí wọ́n ṣe epo yẹn di 800.
In separate reactions, public affairs analyst Eda Sojiakomu and Mr. Sumbo Badejoku characterized the situation as yet another example of Nigerians gradually becoming accustomed to normalize abnormalities.
I have conducted a survey on my own. You cannot say there is a particular station in Ibadan that is dispensing the correct volume to the customers. Most of those people who are in these agencies that are supposed to supervise and regulate, majority of them are petrol marketers. And that's a major problem. So it is very difficult for them to actually use the law.
It doesn't stop at you just locking the filling station or arresting some people. No, you have to create a mechanism that will be in place. Probably recruit personnel that will be monitoring on a regular basis. Take the transport, the union or the park management system, for instance. Those guys, as on land, if we think they have a record in their brain of every vehicle that ply a particular route, and they can identify them. So there is efficiency in the collection of rates. But the efficiency shouldn't only be found where government is making money. It should also be found where services are being rendered to Nigerian citizens. Individually too, as a Nigerian, we all need to have the love for one another.
The respondents emphasized the importance of ongoing surveillance of filling stations and more stringent penalties for non-compliant marketers, highlighting that consistent enforcement would protect consumers and restore faith in regulatory bodies. Attempts to contact officials from the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, were unsuccessful as they declined to comment on camera. Adiola Oladele, BCOS News.
It's time for another timeout. Please stay tuned.
All right, everyone, open your ears, make we talk. Time don't reach to rearrange this house to give us small wisdom. Sounds mighty fresh now, but you know, I beg no be so. Before I go talk, say our smell no reach. Make una think I'm twice so.
Ever heard of Colgate? The #1 oral care brand in the world.
Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection unlocks 24 hours cavity defense. The formula boost with calcium for lifelong smiles.
Mom, it's your time to brush. No more cover mouth. Because with Colgate, that's what you got with your smile.
Colgate for 24 hours maximum cavity protection.
Protect every day with Hypo.
Germs always find a way back.
So disinfect your living room every day with Hypo.
Hypo, go Hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo.
No green. Protect every day with Hypo.
Go Hypo.
Welcome back. The foundation of marriage consists of love, trust, and mutual responsibility. Nonetheless, the prevailing economic condition, characterized by escalating inflation, joblessness, and a rising cost of living, have put numerous families under the considerable financial stress, thereby increasing the challenges faced by couples in fulfilling their everyday requirements. Experts assert that financial hardship is a significant cause of discord in many families, often affecting interpersonal communication, emotional well-being, and household stability. In this report, Oyeshile Oluyede examines how the present economic situation is affecting marriages and the practical steps couples take to build stronger and more resilient relationships.
The enduring economic challenges continue to exert pressure on many households as families find it increasingly difficult to afford the rising cost of fundamental needs such as food, transportation, housing, healthcare, education, and other essential requirements. The burden of financial management has turned into a considerable cause of conflict for many couples. The ongoing economic climate has compelled many households to reassess their spending habits, prioritize fundamental needs, and implement stringent financial measures to adapt to the increasing cost of living. According to Dr. Iyola Mukaila, a guidance and counseling expert, said the ongoing economic situation has amplified financial pressures on many families, leading to conflict and emotional strain within some marriages.
With the economic condition in which we find ourselves in Nigeria today, to say the truth, many families have collapsed as a result, because when what we need resources to keep up the family, to buy food, what to eat, what to drink, what to wear, and the head of the family, especially the father, is not financially capable enough, that will be resulting into broad altercation, misunderstanding from time to time. So, to be candid, it has a great effect, adverse effect to see, on the success of marriages and family at large.
He counseled couples to uphold transparent communication, devise sensible family financial plans, emotional support one another, and pursue professional therapy when disagreements become too difficult to handle.
So when income is not growing and the expenditure is growing, what happens? There will be a lot of a problem, economic problem. So sometimes it promotes promiscuity, infidelity, because if that woman is not God-fearing, you now begin to have you call it side chick or whatever, you're going to have a extramarital affair with other men because they know that this man cannot. Also, the man will lose his respect. The wife will not respect him again, even the children will not respect him again, right? So also, there will not be peace in that house.
Also speaking, a legal practitioner and marriage counselor, Eniayo Akintujoye, noted that while economic hardship had led to an increase in marital disputes, many conflicts can be resolved through dialogue, mediation, and proper legal guidance before they escalate into litigation. He urged couples to be transparent about their finances, make joint financial decisions, and support each other emotionally.
When you have a marriage where there is openness and accountability, when there is no money, it's nobody's fault. Now, if there is openness, you know how much I earn, I know how much you earn. Any extra money that comes in, we put it on the table, and then we both discuss and agree together on how we should spend it. Where that is the case, where that is the culture of a couple, if what we have and we have earned, if it finishes, there's no reason why we should be fighting each other. So it's either we put our energy into more marketing so that more money can come in, or if we are religious people, we go and pray to God to provide for our needs. So instead of fighting each other, we fight the situation, which is lack. We put our anger against lack rather than each other, because it's nobody's fault. Now, but I know that there are many, many marriages where there is no openness and accountability. And that gives room for a lot of assumptions. There are many marriages where the couples don't even know what their spouses earn. So if your partner does not know how much you earn, if there is no money, they may have a reason to feel that it's because you are wasteful.
Professionals opine financial struggles may strain relationships. Maintaining healthy marriages require mutual understanding, patience, financial prudence, and effective communication. They stress that by working together, strategically planning, and receiving timely professional guidance, couples can effectively manage economic pressures and develop stronger family units despite the current economic climate. Oyeshile Oloyede, BCOS News.
Imagine taking a walk and suddenly spotting a bundle of cash on the ground. Would you keep it, hand it over to the authorities, or make an effort to find the owner? It is a situation that raises questions about honesty, integrity, and personal values. BCOS News reporter Awawe Ibrahim took to the streets to ask residents what they would do if they suddenly discover cash lying on the ground. While some respondents said they would keep the money, others say they would hand it over to the appropriate authorities or make efforts to locate the rightful owner. A few expressed mixed feelings about what they will do. Here are their views.
I will just walk past, but most likely I might talk to some people that I meet around that side, and I will most likely visit the security officer that stays around that side and inform him or her.
I will not pick it. I will pick it. Yeah, and I'll use it to do anything I want.
I'll just leave it, then I'll pass. It depends on the amount, actually.
Our parents already taught us not to, pick money from the ground. Well, with the situation of the country, I feel like anyone with a logical thinking will obviously pick the money. But for me personally, because of my background, I will probably not pick the money.
Now we go on another timeout. Please stay with us.
This award goes to the most punctual student of the entire school. And the winner is Lisa Solomon.
Something is telling me that she makes her daughter skip breakfast just to be here. You people could have just asked. I would have been happy to tell you my secret.
Enjoy instant goodness with John Vent's 3-in-1 chocolate. The quickest start to your morning.
Excuse me, ma. This is your 100% year.
Babes, are you sure you want to spend this much on hair? Since your landlord just increased rent.
I saved for this one separately on Money Points. Ma, you say you save on Money Points? Yes. This Madam Money Points here, the array of your dryer there is target savings Money Points I used to have it. The rest of this my sub is this savings Money Points I used to do it. The salary of this my staff is save as you transact.
Jennifer, Money Point save as you transact. Money Point fixed savings and Money Point target savings.
Why did German won't contribute to it? Come on, oh, you go give your money to Adaku to save. You see Money Points accounts there. You know, go open a savings account. Now Adaku you shoot. I beg everybody inside this my saloon. Oh, yeah, bring out your phone and download the Money Points app now. Even you. What are you waiting for? Download the Money Points app now. Adaku, wow, open Money Points account.
Money Point, made for your progress.
Wearing many hats takes a lot out of you. You always need all the nourishing goodness you can get. Especially if you're someone like me that is an actor.
I can't do this anymore.
Voila.
I'm breaking up.
Voila. The taste is irresistible.
A PhD student.
Rich in B vitamins for focus. Did I mention that I sing? Sorry, what's the line again? Just the nourishment I need. And full-time foodies. The ultimate meal companion. Yes, we all need it, because every side of you deserves to be nourished.
Welcome back. Eggs are widely regarded as one of the nature's most complete foods, providing essential nutrients needed for healthy living. Rich in high-quality protein, they help build and repair body tissues, support muscle growth, and promote overall development. They also contain vitamins A, D, E, and B12, as well as minerals such as iron, selenium, which strengthen the immune system, support healthy bones and teeth, and aid proper body function. Our reporter, Temitope Ogunleye, examines the health benefits of regular egg consumption.
Health experts describe eggs as one of the most nutrient-dense foods, offering a rich combination of protein, vitamins, and minerals essential for healthy growth and overall well-being. The high-quality protein in eggs contains all 9 essential amino acids required by the body. This makes them important for building and repairing muscles and body tissues, supporting children's growth, and helping adults maintain muscle mass. Speaking with BCOS News, the National Steering Committee co-chair of Civil Society Scaling Up Nutrition in Nigeria, Dr. Adio Oluwasegun, said eggs rank among the most nutritious foods because they provide essential nutrients that promote healthy growth, strengthen immunity, support bone development, and enhance overall well-being, particularly among children.
Because of the choline in the egg, it helps, our neurotransmitter for memory, and also lutein in the egg also protect brain cell from aging. That's one of the benefits. Also, it helps, to support eye health. It reduces a risk of age-related macular degeneration and cataract. Then it also builds, muscle and repair tissues, as you know that there is a protein in the egg, and eggs has all 9 essential amino acids. So, and then it builds immunity. We have the vitamin D, selenium, zinc, and B vitamins. They play a lot of roles in immune defense. And also,
Dr. Oluwasegun noted that for most healthy individuals, dietary cholesterol from eggs should be a major concern. He said children can safely consume 1 egg daily, while adults should eat eggs in moderation. He advised people above 40 years of age, as well as those with cholesterol-related health conditions, to limit consumption to about 2 or 3 eggs weekly.
Everybody should be able to go to, check, because of the kind of environment we have. People go to the hospital, check their cholesterol level, and then you should be mindful so that the cholesterol will not be too high. So 2-3 eggs per week, I think, is good enough for the body as an adult. Okay. But for children can take at least 1 egg per day. There's no cause for alarm for that.
Some residents who spoke with BCOS News said they consume eggs 3 to 4 times a week, citing their affordability, rich protein content, and numerous health benefits.
Sometimes egg is better than meat. We literally eat egg when we are eating our food.
Àǹfààní tó wà ńbẹ̀ pọ̀. Ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ lára, ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ fat, ó ń ṣiṣẹ́ memory sí brain àwọn ọmọdé. Ó dẹ̀ tún dáa fáwọn àgbàlagbà náà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan.
I just feel like it's more easier to cook, especially when you want to eat indomie or rice. Very easy, and more often as a doctor prescription, that is good to be eating a egg, especially when for the small children every day, because of the proteinous this thing that is inside. So that's why it's advisable to eat 1 egg, at least 1 egg per day.
Health experts, however, emphasize that while eggs offer significant nutritional benefits, they should be consumed in moderation and as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. Temitope Ogunleye, BCOS News.
Students and young people in Oyo South Senatorial District are set to benefit from improved access to digital education following the launch of the Romsa Smart Legacy Learning Ops. The initiative is designed to equip learners with digital skills, artificial intelligence knowledge, and other future-ready competencies aimed at enhancing academic performance and preparing them for the opportunities in the global digital economy. Our reporter, Folashade Akintola, reports.
The initiators of the program, Dr. BC Akinalabi, described the Smart Legacy Learning Hubs as a transformative educational initiative that leverages artificial intelligence to improve learning outcomes and academic excellence. She said the center provides students with internet-enabled learning facility, digital resources, and educational application in mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, and digital literacy. Dr. Akinalabi explained that beyond supporting students, the hub will also serve as an innovation center where artisans, entrepreneurs, and young people will receive training in coding, robotics, artificial intelligence, agriculture, leadership, and other in-demand digital skills.
It's like changing the game from providing food and things and giving souvenirs to people to actually starting programs that will be beneficial for the future and that will help to transform the communities, especially in the Oyo South Senatorial District, so that the children can be at par with the rest of the world.
Dr. Akinalabi disclosed that the 5 of the 9 proposed learning hubs have been completed in Agbadagbudu, Ido, Ologunẹru, Okeado, and Ojaagbo. While construction is ongoing at the remaining locations, she added that the facilities are powered by off-grid solar energy to ensure uninterrupted service. The project director of the Roseman program, Dr. Demilade Akinalabi, said the hubs will provide students, entrepreneurs, and community members with access to modern computers, internet facility, and practical digital literacy training. According to him, the center will also offer hands-on training in coding, digital marketing, and data analysis while helping artisans, farmers, and small business owners adopt digital technology to improve productivities and expand economic opportunities.
With the official opening of Roseman Smart Learning Hub, we are taking a bold, decisive step forward, democratizing access to education and technology.
The implementation coordinator of the program, Professor Okoro, said the initiative have been deployed across the 9 local government areas in Oyo South Senatorial District to expose students to artificial intelligence powered learning. He noted that over 280 million project is free for students and is intended to keep them productively engaged during school holidays while preparing candidates for examinations such as UTME and WAEC.
This is one of the empowerment skills for the students across Oyo South Senatorial District, where the students will learn a lot through the power of AI, artificial intelligence.
Some of the students expressed appreciation for the initiative, describing it as a valuable opportunity to strengthen their digital skills and improve their academic performance.
I really gained some new things about AI, artificial intelligence.
I came here to learn and really appreciate for inculcating in this new video for studying and learning. I really learned a lot of things.
The event featured the presentation of learning hub facilities and curriculums, official commissioning of the center, presentation of souvenirs, and distribution of free exercise books to students. Folashade Akintola, BCOS News.
The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has announced that Nigeria will host its ordinary General Assembly in Abuja in November, bringing together presidents and representatives of the organization's 54 member associations. CAF President Patrice Motsepe made the announcement in Johannesburg, South Africa, describing Nigeria as a proud football nation and saying the decision reflects CAF's commitment to promoting football development across every African country. Motsepe said the governing body remains committed to ensuring that all 54 member associations benefit from its programs, investments, and initiatives aimed at growing the game across the continent. He also expressed disappointment over Nigeria's absence from the 2026 FIFA World Cup, saying the global tournament feels incomplete without the three-time African champions, as well as countries like Cameroon. The CAF Ordinary General Assembly is the organization's highest decision-making meeting, where member associations deliberate on governance, competitions, and the future direction of African football. Let's now go over to our sports studio for more stories from the world of sports.
Good evening, you're welcome to the sports segment of the evening news. My name is Toby Ajewale.
The 23rd Commonwealth Games officially gets underway tonight in Glasgow, Scotland, with Team Nigeria making its 20th appearance at the multi-sport event, exactly 76 years after its debut at the 1950 Auckland Games. A 74-strong Nigerian contingent has settled into the Games village and is poised for action as the Games run until August 2nd. The delegation, led by top sport officials, including National Sports Commission Chairman Malam Shehu Diko and Director General Honorable Bukola Olopade, will parade in radiant green and white traditional white attires during tonight's opening ceremony at the OVO Hydro. Nigeria has established itself as a Commonwealth powerhouse over the decades, producing champions in athletics, boxing, weightlifting, wrestling, and para sports. This year's edition features around 3,000 athletes from 74 nations and territories competing for 215 gold medals across 10 sports. However, the build-up has been marred by controversy as promising Nigerian sprinter Favour Onya has threatened to stop representing the country after being omitted from the athletics squad despite qualifying at the national trials. The 19-year-old won the women's 400 meters national title in 52.68 seconds and was selected for the 4x400 meters relay team, but did not progress beyond the initial Abuja training camp. In a strongly worded social media post, Onya expressed frustration over repeated disappointment, stating she had forgiven them 3 times and would not make it 4. The incident has sparked wider criticism of the Athletics Federation of Nigeria's selection process from athletes and coaches. And in football, Wolves striker Tolu Arokodare forced the cancellation of a training session after refusing to leave the pitch and demanding a transfer to Fiorentina. The 25-year-old Nigerian international sat down on the pitch during training on Monday, despite Wolves rejecting a bid from Serie A club while accepting an offer from Trabzonspor. He was absent from Wednesday's preseason friendly. Aroko later posted on social media reaffirming his professionalism and commitment to fulfilling his contract. The episode comes amid an already turbulent period for the striker, who joined Wolves for £24 million last summer but struggled for goals as the club were relegated from the Premier League. Finally, Sport News tonight. Arsenal has confirmed that defender William Saliba will miss an extended period with a back injury sustained during the World Cup with France. The 25-year-old, who had been managing the issue for weeks, was forced off in the semi-final against Spain and missed the bronze medal match. Arsenal says surgery is not required and he will follow a managed recovery program. Saliba made 50 appearances last season as Arsenal won the Premier League and reached the Champions League final. The Gunners face Manchester City in the Community Shield on August 16 before beginning their title defense against Coventry City.
And that will be all. And it's back to news around the world. My name is Toby Ajewale.
On the foreign scene, 5 Thai paramilitary soldiers have been killed, while 6 civilians were wounded in an attack on a security checkpoint in the country's rebel-hit south, according to the army. Foreign Desk editor Folashade Akintola compiled the stories and others, as presented by Bimbo Akombi.
The assault took place on Wednesday evening at the Buketa Sami checkpoint in Nalathiwat province. About 10 assailants dressed in black and wearing black brimmed hats arrived in a pickup truck and on motorcycles before launching an attack. The military's Internal Security Operations Command Region 4 said in a statement attackers used gunfire and pipe bombs against members of Task Force Ranger Regiment 45 while they were guarding the area, the army added. Authorities said the attackers seized 3 AK-47 rifles, 3 bulletproof vests and several mobile phones from the checkpoint before fleeing. Security forces later found the pickup truck used in the assault abandoned and set ablaze about 21 kilometers, that is about 13 miles from the scene. No group has claimed responsibility and authorities have not announced any arrests. More than 4,200 Israeli settlers and members of far-right groups have stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in occupied East Jerusalem in one of the largest incursions this year as they mark a Jewish holiday, Palestinian officials say. Far-right Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir also entered the site under heavy police protection. On Thursday, for Tisha B'Av, a Jewish day of mourning that marks the destruction twice of an ancient Jewish temple believed to have stood at the site known to Muslims as Al-Aqsa and to Jews as the Temple Mount. The Palestinian administration of the Jerusalem Governorate said 4,288 Israelis had so far entered the compound. This number was expected to keep rising until sundown, perhaps reaching 5,000, the governorate said, which would exceed the numbers recorded in previous years during the same Jewish holiday. Palestinian officials said Israeli forces imposed tight restrictions at the mosque's gates, barred large numbers of Palestinian worshippers and students from entering and assaulted several worshippers. Israeli media reported that police allowed more than 1,000 Israelis to pray at the site on Thursday, while non-Muslims were allowed to visit Islam's third holy site. They are also forbidden from praying there as part of a 1967 agreement. Finally, about 12,000 people have been evacuated from the southwest of France. Authorities are moving 8,800 others as wildfire spread in the Gironde region. The fire brigade says about 3,100 hectares, that is about 7,660 acres of land, have been destroyed around the Bay of Akakon. Many of those who had to leave the area overnight were visitors to local campsites on the Lake Cap-Ferret Peninsula, and the latest evacuations also involved campsites as a precaution.
The part of the forest that wasn't touched has begun to be engulfed by the fire at great speed. It has rapidly and dramatically intensified.
Overnight, we evacuated 10,000 people from various campgrounds and hotels. And right now, still as a precautionary measure and to protect the public, we're evacuating 8,800 people with the help of the National Gendarmerie and local officials.
Wildfires have also broken out in Spain and Italy in recent days. Residents were evacuated near Toledo, south of Madrid, and a firefighter died after falling ill while tackling a blaze in Sicily. The Gironde prefect, Sophie Brocas, said 10,000 visitors were among those evacuated from campsites overnight, and the latest evacuations were going ahead calmly in the village of Claoui on the shore of Akakon Bay. Brocas said no injuries had been reported. Some sites and roads were being closed in exposed forest areas. Bimbo Akambi, BCOS News.
To end the news around the world, here again are the main points. The Federal High Court in Abuja sentenced 3 suspects linked to the abduction of pupils and teachers in Orire local government area of Oyo State to life imprisonment. Oyo State House of Assembly has approved the request of Governor Seyi Makinde to proceed on his annual leave, paving the way for the Deputy Governor, Barrister Bayo Lawal, to oversee the affairs of the state during the governor's absence. 5 Thai paramilitary soldiers have been killed, while 6 civilians were wounded in an attack on a security checkpoint in the country's rebel-hit south, according to the army. BCOS TV is now on Niger TV app, and you can watch us from any parts of the world. Also, BCOS website is live. Kindly visit www.bcostv.com. You can also reach us on GoTV, channel 134 and channel 113 on Star Times. Now, before I go, if you see something suspicious, alert the authorities for timely response. Be vigilant. And that's the end of the news around the world. Thank you for watching.